What is up, fellow nerds, and welcome back to the Dapper Snapper Gaming channel, and welcome back to Wi-Fi Wednesday on a Friday. We are bringing you another episode of all of this, and it's on a different day. It's weird. But on Wednesday, we brought you all of the new information about Crown Tundra, and so today we are bringing the Wi-Fi battle that normally would be on Wednesday, but it's on a Friday. It's weird. Today, though, we are featuring Scale Shot Moxie Krookodile. It was a request in the comments down below, and so I built a little team around it. We've got a Scarf Gengar to go with it, and a Clef Key, which I think complements it really, really well, and then some coverage sweepers as well. And I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you, the Joy-Con drift is very real today. It is, it's going nuts. So just expect my, my little arrows to be going absolutely crazy. Anyway, make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe if you are new. We're trying to get to 200 by the end of the year, and we've got a very scary looking team. However, if that is Dark type Urshifu, we might be able to do some massive work to this team. Yeah, we can do some massive work to this team if we can get set up some speed and get a lot of damage on that Urshifu. Either way, we're gonna have to deal with Urshifu, but if we can get up a speed boost, I think we can sweep, honestly. I think we can do a ton of damage. But Urshifu has to be dealt with first. As far as our lead that goes, though, Rotom seems like a... Again, I did not want to press any of... I didn't want to press any of that. Rotom. Enter. Okay. Thank you. I'm telling you, the Joy-Con drift has been getting worse and worse and worse, and you can see that in our Mario 64 stream, where I literally can't fly up in Mario 64. So that's why we're moving on to Mario Sunshine on this Sunday's stream. So if you haven't seen any of our streams, we stream on Sunday nights at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, and we are starting Mario Sunshine that night. So I think you guys will enjoy that. So make sure to subscribe again, so you don't miss that stream. As we get the Scolipede lead, which is actually totally fine. This seems like a pretty free overheat. He might go for Protect, but I'm not really worried about it. I mean, if I wanted to predict his Protect, I could click Nasty Plot, but yeah, I mean, there's the Protect. Nasty Plot was kind of obvious there, but you know, I mean, it's really not that big of a deal. So yeah, now he's faster, but like at the same time, you can't click Drill Run. He might have Rock Slide, but he's not gonna Oko me. So that's fine. Yeah, so I really don't think this is that bad. Actually, just go straight Baton Pass. That could be scary. That's also banned, by the way. You can't Baton Pass spit any kind of stats in competitive. That's actually not allowed. So, you know, if we end up losing to this, then there you go. But we may not. We'll have to see. Depends on what he goes into. Urshifu, that's a problem. Is this water? Yeah, it's water. Of course it is. Yeah, that's... We do half to water Urshifu? That's kind of nuts. That's kind of nuts. So yeah, now this thing's at +1 speed, which is kind of ridiculous, but we're going into Primarina here, because I do not want to take a Surging Strikes on this. I really don't want to take a Surging Strikes on anything, to be honest with you, but this is our best switch-in, if there is a switch-in to Urshifu. Yeah, if we'd clicked T-Bolt there, this thing would have dropped if it took that much damage. That's kind of nuts. And letting this get that much damage on it is really quite nice. CC, we can take that. Not well, though. Holy cow. Should it be doing that much damage to me, or is that, like, Bandit or something? Because that's kind of nuts. Banded Urshifu. Close combat does 56. That is choice banded. Yeah, and he knocks me out with another one. Am I really just gonna have to sack this right now? I think so. My goodness. Yeah, this is ridiculous. And him being at +1 speed is worse. Okay, so he switches out. That's good. What do you go into? Back into the Scoliopede. Interesting. If I'd clicked Scald, I might have been able to burn this thing, but... Alright. We crit. It's nice. We get some of our health back. That puts us out of range of another one. That's what's important. So, now we can take another one, but we're not going to be able to switch it in like what we just did. We'll have to sack something else first, as I would absolutely love to not have this going on, but we're gonna go back into Rotom here because now my opponent really can't do that again. So, do we get a Protect here again? Yeah, we do. That's fine. This time I'm gonna click Volt Switch because I'm assuming you're gonna... Nope. Joy-Con Drift, alright. This time I'm gonna click Volt Switch because, I mean, if he's willing to click that, he's probably willing to click it again, right? And he might click Protect twice for a +2. But... actually just go straight for the Poison Jab. Don't poison me. Thank you. And Overheat would have been a better play there because now this thing's still alive. What do we go into on this? We don't really get a whole lot out of going into Klefki, because I'm sure he carries a ground type move. At least these things normally carry a ground type move. So that's a thing, and he's gonna be at +2 speed now. Can't go Krookodile because he probably has Mega Horn. Man, I really can't go anything, can I? Let's go Kyurem, I guess. Still not a great switch in, I'll be honest. Yeah, it's not a great switch in. But with the threat of Baton Pass, I don't really have much of a choice. So does he stay in here and go for a move, or does he just go ahead and Baton Pass? Because I would love to click Draco against everything except Sylveon, but Sylveon is also the most likely thing to come in here. So I feel like I'm going to have to click the Flash Cannon just in case. Because otherwise he brings in a +2 speed. Actually stays in again. Okay, don't poison me. Thank you. I mean, we're Specs here. This should knock out, right? It does. Okay. So no more speed shenanigans, which is good. That's huge. And we got a lot of damage off on Urshifu, which was, again, the whole point of this exchange. We're also threatening the Sylveon. Okay, this thing's coming in, probably clicking Rock Blast, and it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt a lot. I'm gonna go Klefki here. We're fully physically defensive on that. We should be able to take it at least somewhat well. Yeah, there's the Rock Blast. Yeah, we're gonna take that pretty well. Oh, he crit me, no! Crit me twice, love that. Alright. Do we see a Life Orb or anything? No, we don't. Okay. I mean, these things usually are choice banded, but I mean, that damage was rather laughable, to be honest. So I don't think you stay in on this. What do you go into? Incineroar? Do you have hazard removal on this team? No. So once spikes go up, they're here to stay. I'm going for spikes. Yep, we see the withdraw. This will break any potential sashes. This will help anything. Great friend, probably Incineroar. It is. Okay, that's fair. But we have a Rotom in the back for this. Intimidate. Yep, he's very scary. Very scary kitty. Very scary. But we're gonna go ahead and get a spike up, which is definitely nice, especially if we're trying to sweep with our Krookodile in the back later. Any extra damage helps. So I can save this for later. I could also go Primarina. I think Rotom's a better switch. Primarina's a little bulkier than my... Yeah, Primarina's max HP. While Rotom, I believe this Rotom is fast. I don't believe I'm running bulk on Rotom. But, I mean, Rotom then can just Volt Switch out after taking a Flare Blitz. So, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, I can always get another Spike Up later, so I don't need to get greedy right now. We see a Darkest Lariat, so we actually see a neutral play here, which isn't that bad, honestly, on my opponent's part. And Rotom is gonna live barely. Barely. Okay. Well, we click Volt Switch here. I don't know if we see a switch out from my opponent, but I don't believe you have a ground type left. Nope, so we're gonna get some free damage off on the Incineroar. 30%, not too bad. Not too bad, I'll take it. So, let's go Pre-Marina now. We took a lot of damage on our Rotom, which could end up being bad. We see another Darkest Lariat. Okay. As that does significantly less, which I'm a fan of. I think I'm gonna click Draining Kiss here. Again, I could click Scald though, but Draining Kiss covers the switch in of the Urshifu expecting a Scald, and it hits this for damage, and it heals me, and a lot of things. It just, Draining Kiss is just I think it's the better move to click here. And I mean, I don't think Incineroar is doing any kind of massive damage to us, so I think I feel pretty safe clicking that. So let's see what my opponent wants to do here. And I mean, if my opponent switches in the Urshifu here, I think we start trying to set up we start trying to figure out a time to get the Krookodile in. But I mean, that's a hard prediction. I mean, that's them predicting me to go Scald and banking on me not burning. We see a withdraw into maybe Duraludon? Maybe? No, into the Cinccino. Interesting. All right, so take some spike damage and big ol' smooch. Give me your life. Wow, that is good damage. So that seems to indicate Bullet Seed. But again, we can just go Klefki. Klefki, honestly, I think Klefki just hard walls this. And there goes the swap. Yeah, Klefki just hard walls this. So every time this comes in, we go Klefki. And that's a free spike. Yeah, there's Bullet Seed. And again, it's doing abysmal damage. This is why I wanted to use Klefki, because it's actually super useful in certain cases. And it helps to cover a lot of things that... So like if we brought in a Krookodile here, obviously it would have just completely dropped. Klefki covers that weakness. You know, and Klefki appreciates fire types being removed by the ground typing, so they work well together. I think that they're good buddies. So let's get another spike up here. It'll be really nice for later. Oh, actually, my opponent's gonna allow me to get the spike up. Okay, what do you go for here? Triple Axle. That did -0, even though that was a crit. Oh, that did like 2. Oh, and 4. All right, nice. So we're gonna get all 3 layers of spikes up here, and my opponent... Although, does this thing get Rapid Spin? There's no way. Cinccino doesn't get Rapid Spin, does it? I don't think it does. Yeah, I don't think so. And again, I mean, it took 0 from an Ice-type move. Another weakness. I mean, it's great. Klefki works really, really well with Krookodile. All right, we get this switching back in again, which is totally fine. You're gonna take all the spikes damage, which is perfect. And then one more spike goes up. So the question is, do I stay in and just toxic this thing and let it go down? Or do I save it for later because of Cinccino? That's the question. So I need to check on one thing though. Cinccino versus Krookodile at +1. Am I faster? I am. And I will be able to knock out with an Earthquake. Okay, so, and we know it's not Scarfed because it switched moves. This might be what we set up on, to be honest. Well, I don't know how much Scale Shot does to an Incineroar though. How much does Scale Shot only does 30. Let's Dazzling Gleam then, actually. Dynamax. Okay, that changes things. That changes things. Now, this thing is definitely slower than... Unless it's like randomly scarfed, but I mean, also it Dynamaxed, so if it's scarfed, then it doesn't matter. But this Dazzling Gleam, yep, that actually guarantees... Now it guarantees that we're out of range. Oh, it's close. It's a roll. If we absolute min roll, then Earthquake doesn't knock this out. Otherwise, it does. The problem is Cinccino is still alive, and I'm not going to be able to set up my speed beforehand. So we're going to have to work around Cinccino still. Although we could just go... We can just go Kyurem here, right? Yeah, I mean... Kyurem's faster and just fire off a Draco. And once this is gone, then we're doing okay. Because we also still have the Urshifu to deal with. And I'm sure it has the Aqua Jet. And we can't take an Aqua Jet. So I think this is better. Keep my other boy healthy. Draco does more because of the... because of Stab. We're guaranteed faster. Specs... It's not guaranteed. It's a roll. Please... Wow, we min rolled. We absolute min rolled. That's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. Yeah, that was an absolute min roll. But keep in mind, my opponent now has Dynamaxed, so that means we can also Dynamax. So it's okay. It's not over yet. Incineroar is slower than Rotom Heat. We'll just Volt Switch out here. I don't want to stay in here because that's just a free Aqua Jet knockout. So I want to go ahead and Volt Switch out here. This should be plenty. It was. Okay, it stopped there for a second and I was like, are you kidding me? It doesn't do that much? Okay, yeah, that almost got me really scared. But now we can Dynamax the Krookodile at the end, which I think is still going to be our win con. We go Primarina here. So we're going to go Primarina. It's going to bait out the Bullet Seed. So what we're going to do is go into this. I'm assuming we see Cinccino here. I don't know that name. We see Duraludon, actually. So if this thing is Specs, and it carries T-Bolt, it can't knock us out. While Draining Kiss, well, Ice Beam does 64 to 76. So if we absolute max rolled, then we would knock it out. We need this healthy. We need this more healthy. Do we sack Rotom now? I think we sack Rotom. Yeah, let's sack Rotom. Actually has the Solar Beam. All right, well, I'm glad we switched out because that would have hurt. That would have hurt a lot. But we get Rotom in basically for free. And this is now Earth. All right, now we go Krookodile. Earthquake picks this thing off. Scale Shot doesn't do enough, so we can't go for that. So I don't know if we're going to be able to click Scale Shot, but I think we're going to have the MVP on Krookodile here. Unless my opponent just chokes for some reason, or we're able to get him a good play in. Because Krookodile needs that +1 in order to be faster than Cinccino. Yep, so this goes down. I'm assuming Cinccino or... I mean, Cinccino or the Urshifu can come in here. Because we aren't faster. And we had to knock that out because of the Solar Beam. Now, I do want to know if... We do see the Cinccino, actually. We know that this one is not choice banded. This says that if he's not choice banded, well, we would have to rely on him not having Aqua Jet on his, but it says we survive Bullet Seed, barely. But if he has the Aqua Jet, then, you know, Krookodile doesn't get to sweep. You know what? We're doing it for the memes. We're doing it for the memes. It's happening. Bullet Seed, we should live this because he's not banded, he's not Life Orb. Yeah, it's gonna be close. If he crits me, we're gonna die. Please, just don't crit me. Just don't crit me and we'll live.
In the arms of the angel, fly away.
He crit me on the last one. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That's really unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. Well, we can still win here. Just click Sludge Wave here. Wow, that's really frustrating. Man, we had that. We had that. All he had to do was not crit me. And then he did. And then he did. It happens. It's fine. Are you really gonna stall the clock out? Yeah, my opponent wins if he stalls the clock out. But he loses if he actually plays legitimately. So, again, this is why Battle Timer is awful. Because now my opponent is gonna win by timer. But we win if the battle actually plays out because we knock this out. He goes Urshifu, we go into Primarina. Or we sack this and then go Primarina. Yeah, so my opponent beat me because of timer. That is really, really awful because of a crit and then win because of timer. Because if we had not gotten crit, we would have knocked this out and my opponent wouldn't have had that win condition. So very unfortunate ending. To be honest, very unfortunate. Yeah, because I mean, if we hadn't gotten crit, we would have been able to knock out the Cinccino. My opponent would have been forced to go into the Urshifu because I would have been at +1 attack and +1 speed. So he would have been forced to go into Urshifu. Urshifu would have had to click the Aqua Jet to knock me out. That gave me a free switch into the Primarina, and then I click Draining Kiss. If he switches into Sylveon, then I can just win a Calm Mind War and then knock it out anyway and be at a decent enough amount of HP. So yeah, really unfortunate. We would have won that otherwise. So yeah, that's what you get when you play Wi-Fi battles. You get timer, you get your opponent Dynamaxing, you get all that good stuff. It happens. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this Wi-Fi battle. I hope you enjoyed, and we will see you in the next episode. So stay safe out there. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.